listening to the iWalter Show. Real talk about nothing.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird brain, it's a plane, it's iWalter. Yes, it's iWalter, a strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. iWalter, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend ears with his annoying voice, and who, disguised as Walter Interranti, mild-mannered janitor for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, nonsense, and the American way. And now, another exciting episode in the adventures of iWalter.
Good morning, everyone. This is iWalter, August 4th, 2015. Yeah, sorry about that little bit of a delay. Just having complications on how I want to record this. Yeah, I want to make a couple corrections. I was going to talk about my experience at Billy Corgan and Marilyn Manson concert. I wrote a few things down, jotted a few notes. Hey, before I even go on that, it was funny. I was watching tonight on TV. I bought all three movies of I Know What You Did Last Summer. There's three different, there's two sequels to the original movie. And I actually bought those on Amazon, all three for, I think it was Amazon or eBay, but I paid like $5 for all three movies. And I kind of regret now, because the first movie I thought was really good. It made me jump quite a few times. It's like good old-fashioned kind of thriller movie, not necessarily a horror, even though it is kind of horror too, but you got your more of a realistic wacko who's going around killing people because they left him for dead, no puns intended. But yeah, I mean, it was really well put together. I was actually shocked. I basically got it because of Jennifer Love Hewitt, and I'm watching her other show. And then it was like a nice surprise because I didn't realize that Sarah Michelle Gellar was in there, or Gellar, but I love Sarah Michelle. So anyway, it was like that movie actually really did make me jump, so I was kind of surprised. Anyhow, that came out in 1997. Yes, Marilyn Manson, by the way, he was born in Fort Lauderdale. I can't even say that word right. Back in, he came out of Lauderdale. He came out of Florida in 92. But he was actually born in 1969. His real name is Brian U. Warner. That's Marilyn Manson, because I wrote some notes down too about this. And then Billy Corgan's actually William Patrick Corgan Jr. He was born in 1967, so he's the same age as I am. He's 48. Now, I was staying at these two guys. I saw them at a convention. No, that was one of my mistakes. It was actually at a concert over in Jersey, across the bridge from Philadelphia. There's a couple other corrections I got to make too, but I don't even know where to get started. But yeah, I really liked that. For one thing, I really liked. Whoops, I got my trash bin going on there. That movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer. I was actually really shocked. I'll tell you one thing though. By the way, I'm not too was not too happy with work tonight. It was like, it was beyond the nightmare I expected. Unfortunately, I come in and it's just like back to old school again. I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do with the girls dressing like they're going out for a nightclub, or, dressing inappropriately. It just was all over again, and more so. And there was like work piled up from the 2 days I was off this time. I wasn't off even for 4 days. I was off for 2 days. I come back, I got work left from me from the weekend. And then it's still playing the same games where, it's very childish. And, hey, you know what? I'll make sure that I give you, I'll give you more work to do. So they gave me more work. And unfortunately, the place I'm working, it's a downward spiral where we're losing our jobs left and right. People are losing their jobs And you think people would kind of wise up and say, you know what, maybe I better take my job a lot more seriously because I may be out of a job next. Do they do that? Absolutely not. So that's the thing that really bothers me. And we have this weird pay scale level. Like, I get paid more than some of the people that are higher stature than me, and some people get more than I do, and they do less work than I do. It's really confusing to even explain. Anyway, I don't even know where to get started on that. But I'm technically, at my job, I'm basically a glorified janitor. I'm some type of assistant to the people above me. The people above me are some type of technicians. These people make pharmaceutical drugs. They make the process of making pharmaceutical drugs. I'm not going to tell you where I work because there are a lot of pharmacies within Pennsylvania and Lansdale. It could be any one of them. But my job is to assist these technicians on doing their job, and they do a lousy job on doing their job. Not all of them. Some of them really bust their ass. I mean, they really go to town to do their work. I feel bad. My heart goes out for these people who really, obviously take their job seriously, which I can't say for everyone. I'm going to have to read this because this is really bothering me. Sorry, it's on moviepilot.com. I get easily distracted. I can't help myself. But some people, these technician people, they take their job very seriously. It's like, wow, this is a job. I better take it seriously, not be watching movies and playing video games or goofing off and then just sitting there in a break room for hours on end getting paid top dollar to do so. Because guess what? People are losing their jobs. So it's eventually going to even catch up to the best of us. And definitely the worst, I hope. Not yet, but it should, hopefully. If you believe in karma, I think it will. I got so many things racing through my mind right now. I don't even know where to start. But I asked some, we have different buildings where I work. Different buildings, people make different types of products. Now, remember, folks, this is stuff that we're making that I work at. I'm not going to say where, but we're making it to save people's lives. And what do? They fuck around, the people at our job. Girls are too busy running around in ultra-tight spandex, bouncing her ass around. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. And, who can I hook up with next, like in high school? And what about the people we're making these products for? We have like huge, things with companies overseas. We have deals with countries to make drugs that have to be made properly and at a timely manner. Do you think people at my job give two fucks about it? No, actually they don't. They don't care at all. And yes, I will talk about my concert experience too, trust me. I just got to get this out. So the one girl, she actually dressed normal one day. Then she wears a light blue spandex pair of pants. They were ultra tight and a short that just came up to her waistline. Unless she sees me, she'll pull it down. That came down to her waistline, Phillies baseball jersey. So she made sure her ass hung out and basically her hey nanny nanny. So, that everybody could see it. So the guys at our job just go crazy over that crap. And it's like, okay, this is really inappropriate. Hey, if you want to take this somewhere else, that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying the girl's not attractive, but, there's a place and time for everything. If you're trying to look for a father for your for being a single mommy, maybe you better take your business elsewhere because it's just really distracting. I'm sorry. You can call me a prude, whatever you want to call me, but it's ridiculous. And they play these really goofy, childish games at work. Like, if they're not interested in you looking at them, it's like high school. I swear to God, it's exactly like high school. Actually, that's an insult to high school students probably anyway. Or get a job as a school teacher, because then you can obviously get away with having sex with young kids or having sex with anybody you want, because there's not going to be anybody to really stop you at this point. Anyway, it's just really distracting. It's like, yeah, and she probably doesn't even have a panty line because she probably doesn't wear underwear or a thong. It's like, yeah, that's real appropriate. Real appropriate. You're making drugs for people that probably end up eventually killing somebody because of your negligence. Anyway, the one building with these technicians, 15 of them were laying off. My job is the glorified janitor or slash person who assists these techs. 5 of those were laid off. So I've been at my job for 13 years. And there's a guy there who's got 16 years, and he got removed or moved out of his job because somebody had taken his job away from him. And, it's just a mess because, you know what? You say, oh, there's only 20 people. How many people work at your job? I was actually going to look that up before I went on air. I totally forgot. I would say about 5,000 people. Maybe it's not even that much. Maybe I can do a quick search. I'm not going to tell you where I work, but I'm going to look. So give me a minute. I'm going to try to get a general figure at least. Oh, it says whacking 500 jobs. Lay off 500 people. Oh, that was 2013. The place I worked said Merck. Oh, never mind. I didn't say because there's different pharmaceutical companies. There's one for 2014. I apologize for these little. Yeah, it's giving me. I'm sorry about that, folks. I'm giving like a lot of what do you call it? The peak for my company where I work was 100,000 employees, but that's overall with all the different places that they own. And then in 2014, it went from 100,000 down to 70,000 because that was how many people they laid off. I'm going to just take a guesstimation because I really honestly don't know. I thought I could figure it out. I would say about 5,000 people. So just give or take. Maybe it's actually a lot less than that. But so, yeah, when you say, oh, they're laying off 20 people, well, that, if you're one of those 20 people, and trust me, it's gotten really close to me, where they laid off a department I work for at this company, and trust me, I got within almost the single digits of getting laid off, and this was years ago. And I'm still there, though, so I was very lucky. But, yeah, you can say, oh, well, they're only laying off 20 people out of 5,000. Maybe it's like 2,500. Even that. Just say it's 2,500 then. Even if it's 1,000. Hey, 20 people out of 1,000, that's not that much. But believe me, you can be one of the people that is in that group. So it's not that hard. And right now, it's just gotten to the point that 20 people can end up being 100 people because it's just moving everybody around until they get the number they want. So, and even 100 people doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, that can easily come around to you or someone you know right next to you. It's happened before. So that being said, they don't give 2 fucks about their job. They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody else. So they play games with me constantly. They constantly play. And my boss heard me tonight because I was going off like I am now, talking to myself, which I'm not because actually I was really happy. I got 38 people head counts listening to my show. That to me is like I won the lottery. It's the most I've ever had. But yeah, that boss heard me, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm rambling on. I actually lost my own train of thought. But yeah, I basically was saying like out loud is like they're trying to get rid of me. They're definitely trying to fire me or get me to quit. And it's so freaking obvious at this point. You can't even hide the fact. Like it's like, the cat's out of the bag, Pandora's box. I don't know, whatever. So it's very, very, very obvious. Yes, they are trying to get rid of me. They're just trying to make me like bid on another job. It's like, where am I going to go? Because there's no other jobs within where I work. So you'd have to either live with me or just, whatever. They've done the ostracizing. They've done now, again, they're back to the harassment thing. Piling work up for me that's like so ridiculously high. It's just, it's absurd kind of deal. And it just drives me, short drive, I know, crazy with that. But people just don't fucking give up at that job. So they don't realize, you know what, we're all going to be out of jobs soon. We're all going to be looking for other places of employment. And maybe it won't hurt everybody. It definitely will hurt me because I won't make the kind of money I'm making now. So that whole spandex queen thing, playing games, getting pregnant. There was a couple girls in one building that were all pregnant. They're very obviously showing pregnant. And who knows whose kid they are, because these women fool around. That's another thing I don't understand. I don't know how many people have gotten married and divorced at that place from people they met at the job. Now, this is supposed to be a place, if I talk to somebody, I'm not interested, I don't date people I work with. Okay, so how did you get pregnant? Are you like the Mother Teresa, or not Mother Teresa? Are you the Virgin Mary? Like you just miraculously got pregnant from smelling the chemicals the pharmaceutical drugs we make for people? Was one of them like make you like get pregnant? I don't know, because I don't know how else you got pregnant. So, and people fool around at my job all the freaking time, and yet they act like they're so sweet and innocent, and they're victims of circumstance or of me. So, I'm the one victimizing these people, and it's like that's the farthest thing from the truth. So, I just get tired of it, though, folks. I get really fucking tired of it. So, I gotta write this guy back. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's so freaking annoying. Some guy I saw at the concert last. I want to get back to him. I'm sorry. I'm very easily distracted tonight. But yeah, that being said, it's just like enough already. Please just give me a fucking break. I can't deal with it anymore. Because I want to get to some stories I found to kind of break the monotony. But I did promise people I was going to talk about Smashing Pumpkins. I'm not a big Billy Corgan fan, honestly. And his voice was just really irritating. I'm sorry. He really put on the weight, though. He's my age. But Marilyn Manson was incredible. I have to say, they were both really good. Don't get me wrong. Billy Corgan was excellent. He was superb. He was beyond what I expected. Just a little too loud for because I'm just going to go deaf in my one ear from listening to him. Marilyn Manson just puts on a phenomenal show. It's got that sadistic atmosphere to it. He was burning Bibles, believe it or not. Not a good thing. I'm sure they weren't really real Bibles. I hope they weren't, because I'm Christian, but whatever. Overall, though, his show was phenomenal. I mean, the man is, what did I say? Where's my piece of paper? I already forgot. Yeah, he's 46. Marilyn Manson's 46. And he just puts on, he entertains you. That's all. I've never really bought any of Marilyn Manson's albums. I still don't own any of his albums. I apologize. I'm just stumbling my words. But yeah, he just puts on a great show. I loved it. I mean, I can't say enough. He's very entertaining. I can't say much, but I would just say, hey, go to my Facebook page, because Walter Paul Interrante, I literally have 165 pictures, I think. It was 167. I have to check again. I don't remember. I also put them on, my Tumblr page and my Twitter page and my Instagram. But you know what? Tumblr, I actually maxed out how many pictures I could actually put up. So that really kind of sucked. Yeah, I never thought I could do that, but I successfully maxed out my pictures, so I was kind of shocked by that. I gotta apologize later on too. I think it's in my pile of stories. I did make a mistake. on a story that it was a story I didn't read on the air, which I will. But it's about a woman getting killed in a car crash after American Idol auditions in Philly. I said it was like a Philly driver. Some woman corrected me. So I don't take corrections. People corrected me very well. And then I actually read the story, because honestly I did not read the story. And it was like, wow, she was right. You think I'm going to admit to that? Well, I just did on the radio, or whatever you want to call it, my podcast, but no, I normally don't. I'm looking at, I had put up 48 pictures of Billy Corgan, but he had it so darkly lit because he got so chunky. It was hard to get a really good picture of Billy Corgan. I got some really crappy pictures in the pile, I will admit to that, but I weeded through that 500 and some pictures I had for both, and Marilyn Manson, I weaned it down to 163 out of 500. So, hey, that's pretty good. I think I did a pretty good job. It's probably less than that. It's probably like 400. But whatever. That's a lot of pictures, and I weaned it down. So, that being said, yes, it was a weird combination of Marilyn Manson and Billy Corgan. I'm not going to say Smashing Pumpkins, because it's really just Billy Corgan. He had other people, but it's not Smashing Pumpkins the way I remember from college. So I'm sorry, I can't say Smashing Pumpkins. I'm going to say Billy Corgan. Anyway, what else was I going to actually say about that? I bought 2 T-shirts. I thought that I was not going to overspend like I normally do, and here I do it anyway, because I'm going to the Psychedelic Furs and the Church. There are 2 other bands I like, and I'm going to buy 2 more T-shirts at least, if not more stuff, and that's going to be another $100 right there. So it's like I'm just crazy over these T-shirts, but they're really cool. And I was only going to buy one for Smashing Pumpkins, and then I had to buy one for Marilyn Manson, because I didn't get one that had the tour dates. I didn't realize. I was like, okay. And these T-shirts were actually really cool. They were better looking than the ones I saw at the Sands. And he put on an incredible show. Unfortunately, Marilyn Manson was only on for an hour and 20 minutes. I think when I saw him last time, because it was just basically him and an opening band, he was on for 2 hours. So he did play a lot more songs. But you know what? That hour and 20 minutes was packed with a lot of stuff for Marilyn Manson. Me and the friend did not stick around for the full playlist, because you can look it up online for Billy Corgan. So, because there was a couple songs, and I said, you know what, you're absolutely right, to my friend Todd, that, I'm not going to stick around, because when it gets to the songs I really don't know, I don't need to listen to them anyway. And my ears were really hurting anyway, my one ear especially. It's still kind of numb. So, but those guys put on, they are kind of different. They're both really heavy in different ways. Marilyn Manson definitely put on a better show, I think. I think Billy Corgan kind of did, but he's more kind of plain and simple on his act. I think, now it's just him. He doesn't have much, he always, I think, controlled the band, I'm sure. But more so than he ever did before, because he owns the name Smashing Pumpkin. But they're both those guys. But I really liked Marilyn Manson. I just had to get out of here before my wallet was just completely emptied. My credit card's maxed out. It's something I don't want to deal with. I've been doing that a lot lately. So, but hey, I got in the mail. I paid my dental bill. What's that happen to do with anything? Well, I put like $260 some for my dental visit, but it's covered by my insurance, so I get reimbursed. So the reimbursement check came in the mail, so that's going to knock down my credit card bill just a good chunk. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I still am really upset though, in a different way, but I really feel bad. I had taken this picture of this really cute girl and her cute mom, and that were obviously there for Marilyn Manson again, and I really just wanted them to get that picture, and their picture that I had taken them, because they were just so adorable, both of them. And it was like, wow, I don't think they were ever going to know. I wanted to really go out and give them their picture. I really do. They were like great together, and they were very photogenic. Mom was incredibly nice. The daughter was really sweet too. So, they weren't one of these smart aleck type people. So yeah, I gotta rate this guy too. I gotta give him a kind of like anybody who listens to my show. And I felt like such a fucking douchebag for doing this. This guy, Rob Templeton, he's on my Facebook page, and it was like, I'm going to do that after the show, maybe. I wonder if that's her. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm going to add her just in case. Oh, it says add this friend. This person is... Oh, wow. She's got a friends request limit. Wow. That sucks. Because I thought it might be the... anyway, Rob Templeton, he was like right behind me. I was kind of almost like, I don't do that to be a jerk, but Rob Templeton was this guy that was like right behind me trying to take photos. I was like, dude, I'm not trying to be a douchebag. And I just ignored him. And I really don't do this stuff deliberately. But... yeah, so, and he was like, I don't know, he might, he has a playlist, too. Oh, he has one for Smashing Pumpkins. It was Chirp Rock, which I missed. Bullet with Butterfly Wings. This is for Billy Corgan. Tonight. Ava Adore, Drum and Fire, One in Awe. Everlasting Glaze, Zero. The Crying Tree of Mercury. Mayonnaise, Disarm, Landslide from Fleetwood Mac, 1979 was basically when we left. Run to Me, we didn't hear, I guess. Then Through the Eyes of Ruby was the next one. Stand Inside Your Love was the next one. And United States. Yeah, we didn't stick around for those. I kind of wish I did. He actually got some pretty good pictures, too. Yeah, you got some decent pictures, though. Some really cute girl, too. I'm not that kind of guy. I can't ask, hey, who's that cute girl in your pictures? I don't mean a douchebag. I'm going to actually have to write him. But, yeah, I'm giving him a plug right now, Rob Templeton. And I'm going to just tell him, listen, dude, I didn't mean to be a dick to you. Because I trust me, I'm not. But yeah, that show was incredible. And by the way, I don't know if you live within Pennsylvania area for the folks to do, but at the Phoenixville movie theater next weekend, you could actually see me there because I'm going to try to go. They have the Amy Winehouse movie. They're playing at like different theaters at different times, but it's like at the Phoenixville Theater, I actually should buy my ticket ahead of time because I really want to go to that. And I know it's going to sell out pretty quickly, probably, I'd assume. Not that I'm an Amy Winehouse fan, but I definitely want to buy a ticket. I put that on my list. I would do it right now, but I do that too often. I do things and shop while I'm like doing a radio show, and I should not do that. Even though it's like pre-recorded, so to speak, with all my screw-ups. Not a good idea. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that, but it was great. I have a friend. He's really Matt. You're going to hear this, I know. So I'm sorry. I'm not trying to point you out, but I thought it was really funny. You had told me. Let me see if I can find my phone and what he texted me. I found it god awful hilarious. The man's like obsessed with. My friend's obsessed with porn, and hey, most men are if they're normal. So there's nothing wrong with that, Matt. Sorry. Looking for my friend Matt. So I'm going to read Matt's text online. Dude, I love you, so don't take this in the wrong way. I just enjoy it. Anyway, to my friend Matt, he was out in the West Coast going up and down from, I forget where he started because I am so bad with things. I'm going to read some of Matt's text. He was in Portland, Oregon. I'm not probably going back far enough. But he was in Portland, Oregon, my friend Matt. Then he went out to California, and then he said at the Fisherman's Wharf now in San Francisco. So I made a joke, and I went, no. Well, the joke was because he asked, what? Like, what are you talking about? Well, dude, you're in San Francisco. I'm sorry, that's a scary place. I don't know how else to put it. That's what I was trying to make a joke. He didn't get it. So, Matt, if you're listening, I was just trying to joke with you. Then he said, I actually did make it to this place called kink.com. It's basically, it was some type of warehouse they made. I know, Matt, I'm getting it wrong. Oh, an armory building in San Francisco. Thanks, Matt. Anyway, armory building in San Francisco, and I'd love to do a show with this dude, my friend Matt, if he would let me do one with him. Because I like to talk. He's pretty smart. He is smart. Hello. Anyway, he went to this place called, it's an actual place called kink.com. They make all these different porn movies. And he actually made it out there. It's like, dude, Matt, did you act in any of these porns? Because, did they ask you, hey, can we have you? Because I want to smell your fingers. Just kidding. That was very rude. Not. Anyway, hey, so congratulations, Matt. You made it to that porn place. That's cool. Whatever. I don't know. But it was cool. Anyway, what else am I going to talk about? It's going to be a long show tonight. I know it is. I'm going to be talking about everything and anything under the sun that comes to mind. Hey, I'm just very hyper, too. I live on sugar. It's like my diet. If you haven't noticed, and caffeine. I gave caffeine up one time. I had the worst headaches, and it was like, it's like I should have kept not drinking sugar because I got to the point I didn't need it, the caffeine or the sugar, and then I just said, it's like falling back in the bad habits. Like, it's harder to get off this, once you go back on again. So. Hey, I found this on moviepilot.com. I just want to take down this picture, too, that's showing in front of me because it's just creeping me out. It says, here are the upcoming horror movies based on real events. This one's, really scary, too. It's just showing this nasty-looking troll man or whatever with holes in his back. It's, disgusting looking. It's really driving. I'm serious. It's giving me nightmares just looking at it, the guy. Number one was The Disappointments Room. Never heard of it. This is release date September 25th, 2015. Next one is called The Forest. Release date January 8th, 2016. You can check this stuff out on my page. You gotta be kidding. Amityville: The Awakening. You gotta be joking. Release date April 15th, 2016. How much are you going to beat that to death? Did I miss any? Because it looks like I did. Okay, number 4, The Conjuring 2. Basically, the Enfield Poltergeist, I think it's called. Yes, June 10th, 2016. Miranda Drive is number 5. Oh, 6 Miranda Drive is number 5. To be determined, probably 2016. Oh, God, another freaky one. Okay, I got chills down my back. I'm not even kidding. Somebody pulled my spine out of my back on the next one. What real-life occurrence should be made into the next horror movie? Okay, I thought it was the next one, but it's got this thing that's just, really freaking creeping me out right now. I'm serious. I feel like somebody's, grabbed my spine. That's how scared I am. I'm keeping Rob up. It's Templeton, so I gotta talk to, do the Facebook thing. Anyway, there was one on Christopher. No, actually, I'm sorry. This is DreamingDemon.com. It looks like Shanae Jesse accused of killing her daughter and father, hiding the bodies. That was an interesting story. This was down in Polk County, Florida. Her father was 50. And I read this and I already forgot most of it. It's pretty bad. But she actually called, I guess, the authorities saying, oh, yeah, there's something like my parents are missing or something like that. And my child's missing, her daughter. And she told several big, as the guy put it, big fucking lies. And the stories didn't match up. She kept on changing her stories. And they said, well, there's this really foul smell in the house. And she said, oh, it was a dead animal in the house. Okay, no, they said, I swear to God, this guy's funny. He's up there with Christopher Morley. I think it's probably the same person. Yeah, here it is, quote unquote, even if any of that was true, basically what I just said about the bad stories, bullshit stories she was given, it says, which evidence points to it all is a big crock of shit. It doesn't explain why Shanae admitted to doing next. So you got to read that one because I'll really just fuck it up. But it's just really funny how it's written. Yeah, she said it was a dead raccoon. I think she was trying to blame it on a boyfriend or something like that. I'm kind of just like going back and forth. I screw everything up. Hey, that's just me. That's why this is a blogcast and not like the real news. Yeah, I definitely read that one. It's just entertaining. Not really. Hey, a little girl got killed and she killed her father, and she's trying to blame everybody, including a raccoon that didn't even exist. So, here was one I saw. This was on lowerprovidencepatch.com. What man wanted... Wait, it says, man wanted for placing skimming device on Montgomery County ATMs. Now, it was like in Philadelphia, mainly. But they got the guy's face on a surveillance camera. He actually looks familiar. I hate to say it, he looks like somebody I work with. I hope it's not. Because actually, wait, maybe I wish it was, because, hey, there is a $3,000 reward. So maybe I should... Sorry about that. That's really awful of me. I'm sorry. That's not even funny. Yeah, authorities in the region are asking public health finding the man suspected on placing skimming devices on ATM machines in Montgomery County and in Philadelphia. It said like the suspect was observed July 17th entering a 7-Eleven's on the 800 block street in Philadelphia. He placed a skimming device on there. That really is scary. I depend on these ATMs to get money in and out of my accounts. And now that's really scary. It's just really scary using your debit card anywhere or your credit cards, because those skimming devices can be placed anywhere besides ATMs. So, yeah, it has a picture of the guy, too. No, I guess it doesn't look like... he's got a T-shirt on that says, "You don't know what I've been..." Whatever. I can barely read it. I thought it looked like at first this guy at work. Thank God it's not. Actually, I'm pretty pathetic. Yes, I wish it was that freaking guy I thought at work, because I could get some money for that off of him. That's a horrible thing to say, I know. Anyway, the story I completely botched up. It's nothing new for me, because every story, when I re-listen to my shows, I just mess up things really, really bad. I mean, horribly bad. But it says, woman killed in I-95 rollover crash while returning from American Idol auditions. Apparently they were held on Temple campus, if I remember correctly, because I'm just not going to read this. I'm just going to screw it up again. But this woman, she was racing at high speeds in this SUV, apparently. The crash occurred shortly after 7 p.m. Sunday in Lower Mansfield Township. Oh, thank God I was in the concert at that time. That was 2 days ago now, because I was at the Marilyn Manson concert on Sunday. Police say the woman, identified as Natasha Bellett, who had just turned 20, was traveling home from attending American Idol auditions held at Temple University Center in Philadelphia, because I'm not going to read this other word. I can't pronounce it. There's other people in the car with her, apparently, or something like that. It says the other victims involved in the crash were 17-year-old, 24-year-old Carl Dippolito. I knew a Dippolito from school, actually. 19-year-old Leslie McCoy, and a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old Jacob Gorski. I know actually a Gorski, too. Huh. The vehicle was a 2003 silver Jeep Liberty, by the way. That's what it says. But yeah, they said she was driving at really high speeds on I-95. Okay, this is where I got to apologize. I'm not going to do it on Facebook, and I really seriously doubt this woman even listens to me, because not many people do. It's like scattered people all over the place. But I have to apologize anyway, because I kind of got mad at this woman who said, the person who got killed in this accident, I guess she's not going to go on American Idol now. I know that's really bad of me to say. The woman who got killed, I mean. But this lady had corrected me and said, oh, this person was driving, because I was going off how Philadelphia drivers are the worst, which they are, trust me. Jersey, I thought, was better unless you go down Atlantic City. And this woman corrected me, and it was like, yeah, but this was a Philadelphia driver. I was referring to the Philadelphia drivers, not this Jersey driver. And I was like, okay, I guess you got to the point. I was like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You didn't read the story. Yeah, I didn't. So anyway, I'm not, it's one of these things. Maybe it's a male thing. You just don't want to admit when you're wrong. And I just put my foot in my mouth when I said, oh, I was referring to the Philly drivers, not this Jersey driver. But it was a Jersey driver who fucking killed herself. Oh my God, we're getting thunder again. So I'm going to cut this short that way, probably. Here's another pathetic story, unfortunately. Daily News. Washington State woman badly injured after being mauled by 2 pit bulls. A 67-year-old woman is covered in stitches and bandages after 2 pit bulls viciously attack her in a parking lot Friday. You know what? It looks like I'm going to be doing some more apologizing now. Because I thought it was these women's pit bulls. And you know what? They are the most dangerous dogs. I am sorry. Apparently, she might have been an innocent victim. So I might be apologizing for something else. You know what? I just come off being a dickwad. Probably because I actually am sometimes. But it's just there's a reason for that. The woman never saw the attack coming when she stopped at a convenience store to grab a soft drink. So I am so sorry. The unprovoked 2 dogs, which had been chased away from a nearby bar, began mauling her. So again, yeah, I am so sorry. This poor woman got mauled to death. I'm not even meaning to laugh about it. I just think that's really bad. These fucking dogs, they're not. You know what? It's just they really should not be. I don't know. People shouldn't have those. Yeah, it's getting on 5 o'clock, too. Oh, by the way, on TMZ, a friend sent this to me. Gwen Stefani files for divorce from Gavin Rossdale. So, hey, she's on the market. I want to grab her. Gwen Stefani has filed for divorce from her husband, Gavin. TMZ has learned. Gwen cites inconceivable differences in her divorce petition, which seeks to end their 13-year marriage. Gwen, who was repped by an attorney, Scott Weston, is asking for joint custody of the couple's 3 kids: 9-year-old Kinston, 6-year-old Zuma, and 1-year-old Apollo. Yeah, you can read the rest. She's got, no boobies, but I just think she is adorable. I just love Gwen Stefani. I don't know what happened there. Well, she does sing some really bad songs, too. Oh, wow, she's 45. Her net worth is reported at $80 million. And Gavin is at 35. Oh, that's not going to be good then, folks. Yeah, her 49-year-old husband is estimated at $35 million. She's $80 million. I don't know how that works. It's usually the person who is worth more in value has to pay for the other person's alimony, but they're both filthy rich. So I don't know how that would work out. Yeah, so Gwen, hey, if you need some shoulder to cry on, please come my way. Not that that's going to happen, I know. You know what? I got to read that real quick. I didn't read it, so I'm mitten to this one. I'm a mitten to this one, yo. If it opens up. I got this off my one friend Dana's page, a girl I went to school with. Arkansas student shamed for her invisible illness, but she's far from done fighting. And somebody wrote faker on there. Plansky Technical College honor student Julie McGovern spent her high school and early college career balancing all kinds of sports, including cheerleading and track. A few months into this past year, however, she began to fall ill. It's written nice and big so I can read it, but it's just kind of long, too. I don't know what it is. My friend Dana, she's got cerebral palsy, so I adore Dana, so I don't know. There's a reason Dana put this up. But I just like the way somebody put faker on this. Not my friend Dana, but on this story. It was written on. I guess they're trying to say that she doesn't have a handicap. She's just trying to look for a better spot to park. This woman in this article. But yeah, if you want to read it, it's on my page or thoughtcatalog.com. Arkansas student chained for her invisible illness, but she's far from done fighting. Well, you know what? I have to mention about that in my own way, though, because you know what? I got kind of like an invisible disability, but you know what? Guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. So, hey, if it's out of sight, out of mind, that's absolutely true. God. Sorry, I'm looking back at Rob Templeton's webpage. He's got some really hot chicks and women in his pictures. I think he does work for MMR, so, yeah. I gotta write him back, too. Anyway, I want to get this done with. Oh, you know what? I put this on. She does look better, though. I just put this on Daily News. There was an article. It just caught my eye. Literally caught my eye. Woman with 30-pound bowling ball boobs gets reduction surgery on E's botched. So, I wonder how old she is. She looks like awfully old, and those boobs look like really big. Why would you get something that big to begin with? I'm sorry. D. Stein, 53. Okay, yeah, she looks about that age. She's actually in good shape otherwise. Why did she ruin her body like that? Had her 3,000 cc breast implants removed on E's botched. I mean, the woman, she got smaller boobs now. They look actually more appropriate. So, you gotta take care of business with that later on. I know, I'm being really sick. Anyway, this was a really weird story. It's on Huffington Post, but this one's really weird. Attempted murder suspect pulled out his own eyeball in jail, police say. The inmate pulled his right eye out of his socket with his finger. I mean, I get some like weird thoughts sometimes that, race in my mind, and I'm like really sensitive about eyes. But that's just like really a weird story. A man arrested last week with the charge attempted murder managed to pluck out his own eye, one of his own eyes, while in police custody in Arizona, according to the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. Colin Corkill, 26, had been alone at the County Adult Detention Center outside of Phoenix on Thursday night when jailers spotted blood on the glass window of his cell, the Associated Press reported. When they looked inside, they found he had pulled out his right eyeball out of its socket. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit queasy, so, I may have to look at that one. And it's on Huffington Post. God, there's a story. You won't believe how badly these celebrities age, and they're showing the chick from Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, they start out with Axl Rose. Wow. Macaulay Culkin. He looks like a drug addict. Maybe he is. I don't know. Rob Kardashian. God, he looks like shit now. Got really fat, yo. Brandon Fraser. I used to like that dude, but he got really old looking and fat. I know it happens to everyone, Matt. Just kidding. Dude, I'm just joking with you. Val Kilmer. Kevin Federline again. Oh, I missed her. Catherine Bach. Yeah, she was definitely a 20 Kleenex, and now she's just like so fugly and overweight. I mean, I don't know. She looked, actually, to me, Catherine Bach looked old even then when she did the show, but she looked really hot for her body. John Travolta, dude, what did you do to yourself? I know you got old, but you got really fat and disgusting looking too. Sybil Shepherd. I don't know. I can't pick on her. She was adorable. Donatella Versace. I think she just got really bad plastic surgery, honestly. Johnny Depp, yeah. He's a cool dude, though. Vince Vaughn, these are all people who just look like fugly now, basically. Little Kim, oh, she got bad plastic surgery. God, I gotta stop this soon. Renee Zillinger, I liked her. Zillinger, I can't say her name right, I'm sorry. Chuck Norris, yeah, he aged badly. Really bad. Bruce Jenner, I'm no comment on that one, trust me. Melanie Griffith, I'm trying to go back and forth. Heidi Montag. She actually did text me one time. One of my YouTube videos, I played her song, and she actually did respond. She loved the way I used her song in the background on one of my videos I did on YouTube years ago. There's like 31. I'm not going to go through all of them. She got like major plastic surgery. She got like these huge implants, lip, the whole 9 yards. She looks like not even like a real person. Looks one of those like bad Barbie dolls. Yeah, if you want to read the rest of the 31, actually it's on totalbeauty.com. So that was the one I just added now, as I'm up all night, literally. Yeah, I might have to cut this short, actually, because it's early in the morning. But, folks, yeah, that's good enough, because I got to write back Rob Templeton, too. I hope you enjoyed my show. I hope I did an okay job, and I am signing off for now at this point, because it's just like 5 o'clock in the morning. See you later.